A solid foundation in the business for me feels like a structure that I can feel held by. Feels like a flow of money and creativity that feels nourishing for me. It feels like a reach to an audience that I feel I would love to reach with the mission of Women of Ancient Futures. Welcome to the Seeing in the Dark podcast, the podcast for the women of the ancient futures, women that see beyond eyes and know beyond mind and are here to make a change from a deep communion with the mystery of life. Seeing in the Dark is about walking paths that have not been walked before and daring to show up for the mission and dream life that is knocking on your door. My name is Nicole Nima Costeres, mystic, medium, initiated priestess, and here to take you into the mysteries of purpose, power, ritual, and intuition. May you embody your own unique essence so deeply that your vibration naturally teaches, inspires, and assists others. Let's dive in. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this episode. I'm really excited to dive in. At the moment of recording, I am actually 35 weeks pregnant and my due date is getting closer and closer. My belly is getting bigger and bigger. My face is getting rounder and rounder. And I'm really going more and more into this inner space of preparation, of welcoming our child very, very soon. In this whole preparation process, I have been really working on laying an even more solid foundation in Women of Ancient Futures, and combined with the women that I mentor in my one-on-ones, in my masterminds, I started to notice some things, some ways, some keys that I believe are really important when it comes to building a solid foundation in your business. Now, that might not be something everybody wants, right? I know people that are perfectly happy with all the time creating new stuff and breaking down the old and never really coming to a solid foundation in their business. And that's fine. I'm not here to preach that that's the only way. However, if you have a longing to create a solid foundation in your business, this episode is for you. I will share with you 10 ways on what I believe are important aspects when it comes to laying that solid foundation. What do I mean with a solid foundation? A solid foundation in the business for me feels like a structure that I can feel held by. Feels like a flow of money and creativity that feels nourishing for me. It feels like a reach to an audience that I feel I would love to reach with the mission of Women of Ancient Futures. So this solid foundation consists of some of these ways that I'm going to share with you today, which all of them I had to go through in my process of building the solid foundation inside Women of Ancient Futures. Last week I was sharing about planning your year. There I shared already a little bit more about the process that Women of Ancient Futures went through over the last 4 years or so, 3.5 years. But in short, today, Women of Ancient Futures supports thousands of women all over the world in embracing their greatness, their mission, their purpose, their soul-based business, in crystallizing their intuitive gifts, their psychic abilities, their mediumship, in embracing rituals and ceremonies from ancient traditions, and combining all of that goodness and yumminess together. So I love to support women that want to include the power of ancient traditions and intuition in their mission and business that they carry out into the world. Now, in short, I believe at the moment we have around 6 programs in Women of Ancient Futures with a variety of €197 up to €5,000. We have 5 different free masterclasses. I have 1 mentorship in which I mentor only 4 women at a time. And then I have in-person events, sometimes once a year, sometimes multiple times a year, depending on the year. Okay. These 10 ways, you absolutely don't have to implement all 10 of them this coming week. but I recommend to feel into each one of them and pick one. I always really encourage to take one small step at a time, but do that one small step well, so that the foundation that you are building is built with love and care and precision and devotion. Yeah. So from all of these 10 I'm sharing, see which one is calling you the most, or which one of these 10 do you feel can be the most helpful in your business journey at the moment. Number one, to build a solid foundation in your business is dare to choose and stick with it. Dare to choose and stick with it. Now, I know for some of you that might immediately bring up resistance. Why? Because a lot of the women in my world are intuitive beings. They love to flow. They love to be like a butterfly or a leaf in the wind, where life blows you from one place to another. And I do believe that when it comes to your business journey, there is a certain period of time needed where you are experimenting, where you are launching new things all the time, where you are trying out different ways of working, different focus point of themes you're teaching on, different offers that you are creating. And that was the same for me. For many years, I was creating constantly new things. And there was a point where that exhausted me. I was constantly building new things and breaking down the old, building new things and breaking down the old. And this way of working is not necessarily wrong, but it makes it very, very challenging to build a solid foundation in your business. There was a point where I needed to dare to choose, because there was also a point where I needed to acknowledge, hey, Nicole, even in all these new offers that you are creating, there is still a core vibration that is the same in all of them. So I might as well choose that core vibration and create some core programs that match that core vibration that I'm bringing. So that's what I did. After all those years of exploring and launching all the new things all the time, which I see so many entrepreneurs getting trapped into. And then they are complaining, I don't have a solid foundation in my business. I don't know how to do it. Well, the first thing is stop creating new things all the time. Choose something and stick with it. Some benefits of choosing and sticking with it is you will no longer throw away what you've been creating and create a new thing all the time, but the thing you're choosing will actually have a chance to be improved every single round that you are launching it. So for example, my mastermind launched 6 rounds. Every round I can see how it's becoming better, how it's becoming more supportive for the participants in the mastermind, how it's becoming more holistic and complete as a program, how the whole launch process towards the mastermind is becoming more and more improved. So improvement of your offer is what helps so much to lay that solid foundation, because people start to also get to know you for your core offers. People now know me for the mastermind. They know me for the year training. They know me for my core programs, right? So dare to choose and stick with it, because it will help you to improve your programs instead of breaking them down before they ever have a chance to grow into their full potential. Number 2, be okay with not everyone liking it or agreeing with it. I was for many years on a mission to create something, and I wanted to have the approval or confirmation from the people around me. And what I started to realize over the years more and more is the more you are going to stand up with your unique message, the more people will love it and the more people will not love it. That's okay. That's part of it. I think what I see happening way too many times is that the fact that this person said, I don't like it, or I don't want to join you in this, I don't agree with that. Do not see that as a sign that there's anything wrong with your offers or your work. To actually see it as an invitation to stand firmly in it, even if not everybody agrees with it. It is actually a good sign when not everybody agrees with you, because it means you took clear enough of a stand so that people are agreeing and not agreeing with you. Very natural. One friend of mine gave me this wisdom that is still with me very much today. She said, if you don't have any people disagreeing with you, it means you didn't take clear of a stand yet in your teachings and in your work. If you have nobody disagreeing with you, it means you didn't take clear of a stand yet in what you stand for and believe in. So not everyone liking it, not everyone wanting to join it, not everyone agreeing with you is a good thing. Now, why does that help you on your business journey? I see women give up on their offers and on their business way too quick. Way too quick. Just because there is this person that said that, or just because this situation seems to maybe be a symbol of something that tells you this is not the way. 9 out of 10 times I would say, see it as a reason to stand even more firmly with what it is that you want to bring into the world. One example is I wanted to offer a dark retreat. You might know that I spent a total of 26 days by myself in complete darkness in Mexico, spread out over 4 retreats, not in one go. And I felt I want to bring this work into the world. I want to bring women with me into the dark and spend like 7 full days all together in complete darkness in a dark retreat in Germany. And I had everything planned out. The dates were picked. I was about to make the down payment. And apparently this woman has gone to my Instagram page and she saw a picture of me naked and roaring. And apparently she got so shocked by that picture that she didn't even ask me, what is happening on that picture? Can you share a bit more about it? She said, I am afraid I cannot allow you to facilitate in our retreat space because I don't facilitate my retreats naked like you do. I could feel that what she was actually saying is that the energy I am embodying or portraying in this photo is not welcome in this center. So I still tried to talk with her, but she was a big no, doors closed. I was not welcome. Now, I could see that as a sign to drop my love for dark retreats. I could see that as a sign that maybe the universe is saying dark retreats are not my way. But I took it as a sign that actually there is another way and there will be another way because I feel and I trust the love I have for bringing the work with dark retreats into the world. So I don't let myself be shaken out of my choices and directions and decisions that I'm taking with Women of Ancient Futures. So trust your choices, stand with them, dare to stick with them, even if not everybody agrees with them. Number 3. This is one that I also have been hearing a lot. Old programs that don't resonate anymore simply because you are further down in your own development. I'm going to give an example to make it more tangible. I have one program. It's called Channeling Your Higher Self. It's a 6-week program that helps you into the heart of your mission. It helps you to become clear. What is my mission? What is my message for the world? What is the world I want to live in? And how can my mission support in creating that? Yeah, so 6 weeks into the heart of your mission. Everything I'm teaching in those 6 weeks feels really, really basic to me. And many times I thought I'm going to delete the program. It feels old to me. It's not relevant for my journey anymore. I want to delete it. Until I realized that every time when a group of women would go through it, they would send me messages of, this has been so valuable. I feel so much more clear about my mission now. I feel so much more in trust about the visions that I'm having for my mission. And it was a reminder, a very important reminder that we all started somewhere. Whatever you are teaching, whatever you are an expert in, you started somewhere. Meaning your audience is at different starting points. Some of them are at the beginning of their journey. Some of them are at the middle of their journey. Some of them are at a similar point where you are at. Some of them are at a similar point where you are at, yet they skipped that mission part earlier, so they want to study that now. So don't be too quick with deleting or destroying your older offers. Now, am I never destroying old offers? I actually am. We are actually deleting 2 programs this year because I haven't touched them for 3 years now, 4 years. And I can see that those 2 really need to go. But don't be too quick with letting go of your old offers, because whatever is not relevant or valuable to you anymore might be one of the most valuable teachings for some of your clients, which doesn't mean that you have to teach that anymore. Channeling Your Higher Self is a self-study program. I don't have any of my personal time in it anymore. Besides maybe sometimes the community space, or if I want, I can put in an extra live call. But besides that, I don't have my personal time and energy in it anymore. It's just the videos and the program that are self-study. So this I do want. I do want to teach something that feels really nourishing and exciting and fresh for me to teach. So the programs that I am teaching live, they do need to have that resonance with me. But the self-study programs, they don't necessarily have to have that. I just want to know, is the audience that is going through them, are they feeling inspired? Are they learning something? Do they feel happy with the experience that they go through and the teachings that they learn? So don't be too quick. What you grow out of is still, can still be valuable for someone else. Number 4, automize your launches. This is something that I have been working on the whole second trimester of my pregnancy. Why? Because I realized that because I am choosing for offers now, I'm not creating all the time new things. I'm very clear in the core offers that I have with Women of Ancient Futures. Because of that, it will give me a chance to automize more my launches. Meaning, if before I would create a new program every time, it means I need to create new videos all the time, new meditations all the time, new practices, new sales pages, new email sequences, new masterclasses. And then it would be done, and then everything gets deleted, and then the new program comes in. When I say it, it sounds actually, oh my God, so silly. But that was what I was doing. New programs comes in again, new sales page, new masterclass, new videos, new recordings, new email sequence, and so on. I decided I don't want to do that anymore. So the whole second trimester, which was a preparation towards motherhood also, but not only that, it was also a preparation towards this solid foundation in my business, because I want to feel held with the money flow, with the reach of the mission, with the structures in the business. I want to feel held and nourished. So the moment you dare to choose and stick with it, it will give you the opportunity to automize more your launches. Meaning, for the mastermind, every time I launch it now, the email sequence is ready. Every time I launch it, the sales page is ready. Every time I launch it, the 3-day masterclass is ready. Same for my year training. Every time I'm launching it, email sequence is ready, masterclass is ready, sales page is ready, content is ready. Yeah. Not only that, it's all ready, but it can be improved every round. So sales page every round gets better and better because I understand better what are the women longing for? How can I best support them? How can I best translate that into the trainings? How can I implement that into the sales page? Which emails have been doing well in my email sequence? Which can be better taken out and put new ones in? So it doesn't mean I create one time the email sequence and then I never touch it again. No, but the foundation of the email sequence is there. I go over it, I improve it every round, and it gets better and better and better and better. So also in my journey towards motherhood, when the baby is here and I decide I want to launch my year training, script for the masterclass is ready, invitation emails are ready, advertisement videos are ready, everything is ready. So it will make it so much easier for me to step into launching a program while I might have little time and space to do that. And again, it doesn't even matter if you are a mother or not, if you have a lot of time or not. If you want to work less and smarter instead of harder, then I believe that this is a very important step to make in creating a solid foundation in your business by having everything ready. Why not? Make it easy for yourself. All right. So improving each round, email sequences, sales pages, masterclasses, instead of deleting and needing to start from scratch every round. Now, they might feel a little bit scattered, these points. I didn't really think of an order. I just was sitting down, looking at the business, looking at my groups and mentees, and just picking some things I'm noticing. And I wrote them down on a little note here. So there's not necessarily an order or a logical journey in the 10 points. It's just 10 points. Yeah. Number 5. Does your offer actually have the potential to grow to the size and income you feel your business wants to grow? This is a very important question because Women of Ancient Futures has been generating around 200,000 euro in revenue each year. And I noticed that I started to feel more and more ready to go to that next wave of growth. I started to also feel that the being that is Women of Ancient Futures started to feel bigger and more solid and wider. But then when I started to calculate what I'm launching every year, I started to also recognize that around 200, maybe 250,000 is a little bit the max of what my current offers can bring in. So either I need to raise my price or create something else, or something needed to change. So I also sometimes have this with women in the mastermind or my mentees, that I ask them, how much revenue would you like to generate with your business? And when they say 50,000, for example, and then we're going to calculate what they're currently selling over a year, and that comes to 25,000, then something needs to change in the way you structure your business and your offers, right? Same for me. This is why last year we decided to, instead of all the smaller programs, launch a bigger year training. And the bigger year training and the mastermind and how everything is currently set up, it will be, whenever I'm ready and landed as a mother, it will be quite easy to grow and continue to grow with the reach and the mission and the size of Women of Ancient Futures. So taking a moment to calculate that. If you are currently offering a free masterclass, a course, and a mastermind, for example, what does it currently have the potential to bring in income-wise? And is that the income that you're longing for, or is that different? And then start playing. How can I change the structure or the amount of launches I'm doing or the prices to a point that it actually can reach the intention that I have for the growth I feel in my business? Number 6, have a variety of entrance levels in your offers. So before 2020, all my offers were pretty low end in prices, meaning I had workshops of 25 euro. I had some free experiences. I had maybe some session bundles that were like a few €100, but I didn't have much that was more than that. So it was really difficult back then to grow my income because I could only offer so many workshops of 25 euro per person. I could only offer so many sessions with my one-on-one time, right? So I needed to change the variety and also the price levels of each offer. So what do I mean with it? Have a variety of entrance levels. I mean that you have at least one offer that is free or low priced in your business. For example, I have a free meditation and I have almost every month a free masterclass, which is a beautiful way to bring in new audience, to have people connect with you, to build a relationship together, to have them understand who you are and how you work. And so the free offers for me have always been a great way for the audience to get to know me better. One of them is also this podcast. This podcast is free. You can tune in whenever you want, wherever you want, and you can listen and feel like, who is this woman? What is she sharing about? Does it resonate with me? And so on. So at least one free or low priced experience. For some of you, maybe it is a circle once a month. For others, maybe it's a masterclass online. For others, maybe it is a mini workshop or something like that. And then the next level could be a course. In Women of Ancient Futures, the next level would be maybe around €200 for a 3-hour training or for a bundle with some self-study programs in there. And then you go maybe to 6-week programs. So I have this build up, like a ladder, you could say. A ladder where someone can move from working with me for free to working for a few €100 to working for a little bit more. Like channeling your higher self, for example, is around €550. And then you can go even deeper with me in the year trainings or in the mastermind or in my one-on-one, which is all the way at the top of the ladder, so to speak. Having variety will help you to build a solid foundation in your business. Why? Because not everybody can work with you on that most expensive level. But not everybody wants to stay only in the free masterclasses. Some of them really want to continue working with you. And if you don't have anything there, like which was the case for me, it turned out a lot of women actually wanted to work a longer period of time with me. They wanted to work more in depth with me, but I just didn't have an offer there. So they were really happy in the workshops, but they were also like, okay, Nicole, what's next? And Nicole was like, I don't have anything next. So I had to build those next steps in which they could go even deeper with me and even deeper with me and even deeper with me and even deeper with me. So what does it look like for you? Have a look at your business and see, do you have something that is really accessible for everybody? Do you have something that is a little bit more in the lower or mid-range of prices? Do you have something that is a bit more in the higher end or exclusive prices? And here you cannot really name amounts. This is different for everybody. I know people that a low-end price for them might be €50. I know people that a low-end price might be €5,000, right? So it depends on whatever feels nourishing for you. But having that variety of price levels, not only price, also duration of the program. In other words, depth of the program. Create a variety in that because it will help you to create that solid foundation in your business. Number 7, know your audience. So number 1, when I said choose and stick with it, it's about knowing yourself. Know where your qualities are. Know what is a natural part of your vibration and pick those elements in the things that you're creating. Like I said, for me, it is around purpose, power, intuition, rituals. Those 4 you will see in most of my programs coming together. So know yourself is one element of your solid foundation in your business. But then to know your audience is so helpful because who are you actually speaking to? What are their longings? What are their struggles? What are their frustrations? And how can your programs support them with that? Really important to make that connection between the thing that you love to offer the most and the biggest longing that your audience actually has. And to create that meeting point between those two is where magic happens, is where your business can really start to flow and take off. So, how to do that? By asking your audience. And sometimes it doesn't even mean you need to sit down and ask them. Sometimes it does. But it can also be by noticing what are those transformations that they are communicating to you, at the end of your sessions or events. And there's probably some similarities in it. I hear so often that they feel more in connection to their intuition, more in connection to the spirit world, more in connection to what their mission actually is. So that feedback, when it starts to repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat, it's like, apparently these are the transformations my program offers. Apparently, this is what my audience is longing for. Another way, and this is something that we started doing only recently, is when someone signs up for the masterclass, after the sign up, they fill out a preparation form. This preparation form is for the participants to become really clear on their intention for the masterclass, but it's also for me to get to know my audience. So in that form, I ask them about their intention. I ask them about their longings, their struggles, their dreams, their challenges, and things like that. And a lot of them fill out similar things. So it's so valuable for me to get to know my audience, because then I can actually serve them so much better. So know your audience, number 7. Number 8, remember that entrepreneurship is not perfect. It is not. It's a place of experimenting, trying things out. Sure, it's important to be in connection with your alignment and to listen to your essence, to listen to the soul of your business, and to know that failure is inevitable in entrepreneurship. So many women that come into my world, they want to do it perfect. They want to do it so well that they create so much pressure on themselves that their work never has a chance to fully take off. And this is so sad. Like, this is sometimes one of my biggest frustrations when it comes to mentoring women in their work, because I know that the more I fail, in a way, the more I learn, the better I become at being in this mission, running my business. One thing I remember, like one previous coach of mine, she has a really beautiful audience. Like, I think she makes around 7 figures with her business. Really powerful message. Her audience absolutely loves her. And she made this post once, and she said, the difference between an entrepreneur that is just starting or that is looping in a certain pattern for a while and me in my current business is that I failed at least 500 times more than you, she said. I fell flat on my face and got back up at least 500 times more than you. And what she was trying to say with that is entrepreneurship is not perfect. Entrepreneurship is a field in which failure is actually a good thing. If something doesn't work, it's an opportunity to look at why. Why doesn't it work? One beautiful example was recently actually happening in my mastermind group, where a woman created a really beautiful masterclass, where her audience was really excited about what she was offering in the masterclass. And then when she did the follow-up, nobody bought her offer. And she was like, what is going on here? Something doesn't feel right. It turned out that her training was actually for employees. And I asked her, I said, would you as an employee pay for a training that you need to pay for yourself, that is for your work? I would not do that. Like, remembering the time where I was a social worker, I loved going through trainings, but I would not so easily pay for them myself when it's for developing skills I need at work as an employee, right? So we suddenly realized we're talking to the wrong people here. We need to talk to the employers. The employers need to pay for these trainings for their employees. Why am I naming this example? It's because you could see that as a failure and be like, oh no, my offer is not good enough. Nobody wants to buy it. See, I am a failure. I'm not good at this. But actually, when you zoom out, the answer is really simple. You have just been targeting and talking to the wrong people in the company, right? So failure is a good thing. It doesn't mean you need to unpurposely now set yourself up for things to not work. But when you come across something that doesn't work in your business, doesn't work in your launches or the way you are promoting your offers, see it as a learning experience. I've had so many things that didn't work immediately. Like, we started with advertisements since June 2023. And in the beginning, it was just investing, not really seeing any results from it. Investing, learning, falling, getting back up, learning, falling, getting back up, like trying out new things, listening to advice of the marketing agency, like big process. So even though it might look from the outside, oh, Women of Ancient Future is like big team, big revenue, big reach, all the things. It looks effortless and easy from the outside. On the inside, behind the scenes, it is actually a lot of things that are in development. A lot of things where you could say things are failing, but actually you can choose the perspective on that. I don't see it as failing. I see it as a very new, important lesson learned that can be implemented differently for the next launch and the next time. Yeah. So remember that entrepreneurship is not about being perfect. It's about playing, experimenting, trying out new things, learning and growing from it. And just remember what this coach said. I just failed about 500 more times than you. I just got up 500 more times than you, right? Remember that. And hopefully it can give you that space to be less strict for yourself, to give yourself more space to try out and play, to be imperfect, to be able to look back and see, maybe that was not the most aligned decision. That's okay. It is okay. You are a human and entrepreneurship is not perfect. Number 9. This is actually the episode from last week. Number 9 is plan your year. This is so helpful for creating a solid foundation in your business. Because if you don't know what's coming next, it can just feel a bit wobbly. So if you want to go deeper into that, I recommend that you watch last week's episode where I take you actually through my way on how I plan my year. Super simple. I don't like complicated structures and strategies in my business and my way of working. I like everything to be as simple as possible. So planning your year helps you to create that solid foundation simply because you know what's coming. Now, is my planning rigid? No. Did I plan my whole year now? Yes. I normally go 6 months at a time. I did my whole year now because I'm becoming a mother and I need to know I have costs in my business. High costs in my business. I have 4 people that need to be paid every month. I'm going on maternity leave for a few months, so that continues. So I need to plan ahead. Like bigger revenue comes with bigger responsibilities. Bigger business comes with bigger challenges also. Bigger rewards, bigger challenges. So planning my year helps me to feel held, to feel relaxed, to feel I got this. But it might be that in June, when I maybe want to launch something, that I feel like, maybe I will actually switch it with that thing over there, right? So the planning is something that can be used as something to rest and lean into. However, I never use it as a rigid plan, like it needs to go exactly like this. No. I always keep space to switch things around, but like the foundation or the essence of what I want to do this year is clear. Number 10, do less, but better. Do less, but better. This is something I remind my women in the mastermind and in the mentorships about a lot. Why? I always had the feeling, maybe in some ways still I need to be reminded every now and then, but I always wanted to build the full potential of my business in these coming 6 months, right? Because I always felt like I don't have enough time. I need to do this fast. I need to reach this full potential of my business because maybe I'm running out of time. There was just this restlessness in my being because I could feel the gigantic size of the mission that wants to come through. And then the limitation of this person that can only do so much in the hours that every week has or that every day has. So I needed to learn to do less, but better. Instead of saying, I will do this in this 1 year, what would it actually feel like if I spread it out over 3 years? And then I would just be like, breathing out, feeling so much more relaxed and spacious because you have time. You are building your life's work. You are not building a quick fix prefab house. You're building your life's work, and life's work takes time. Yeah, so do less, but better. Choose that one thing you want to focus on over the coming month or months. Instead of forcing yourself to build your whole online school or your whole temple with year training and free masterclass and this and that in the coming 6 months. And this is why, for example, I've given myself now 3 years to build my year training really solidly. 3 years. And every year I will improve. And maybe there will be a second year. Maybe there will be a third year. I don't know yet, but I give myself a few years to develop and improve my core offer. Yeah. So how can you slow down, do less, but do it better? Yeah. So whatever plan you have to create this year, can you spread it out a bit more? And do this one thing that you want to start with really, really well. Meaning, don't launch your new mentorship in 1 week and then go like, oh, see, it doesn't work. Flush it down the toilet again. No, create awareness around it. Take the whole month for it. Pour all your love into it. Show it with a free workshop or a free masterclass. Like really give it a stage it deserves. Give it the time for people to get to know it. Do less, but better. Go in fully with that one offer because the soul of that offer deserves your love and care and devotion and attention. And only then, I believe we can truly experience the potential that our offers and that our business has. Otherwise, things get flushed down the toilet way, way too fast. So hopefully all these 10 pointers have been helpful for you. I can name them briefly before we close. And then I would love for you to let me know which one of these 10 is the one that you want to start with. Because again, don't go into implementing all these 10 this month or this week. No, that will completely overwhelm you. But pick one. Which one of these 10 will actually help to move you forward in your business now? Yeah. Number 1, dare to choose and stick with it. Number 2, be okay with not everyone liking it or agreeing with it. Number 3, what you grow out of is still valuable for someone else. Number 4, automate your launches. Remember, email sequences, sales pages, improve them each round instead of needing to build them from scratch. 5, ask yourself, does your offer or your collection of current offers actually have the potential to grow to the size and income you feel your business wants to grow into? Number 6, have a variety of entrance levels. So free, low end, middle end, high end. So you can serve a variety of people in your audience. Number 7, know your audience, get to know them. What are their longings? What are their challenges? What are their dreams? Number 8, entrepreneurship is not perfect. Learn to be okay with things not working and take them as a lesson. Number 9, plan your year. Number 10, do less but better. Do less but better. Every brick of your life's work, of your dream castle, one by one by one by one. All right. Let me know which one of these 10 you want to start with so that you can build a more solid foundation in your business. And I'm looking forward to see you again next week. Much love. Did you receive any inspiration, motivation, or powerful breakthroughs by listening to this episode? Then please share this episode by taking a screenshot and tagging me in your stories at nicole.nima.costeres. I would love to celebrate you, share you in my stories, and it would mean so much to have my work reach more powerful, passionate women like you. Thank you so much and looking forward to see you next week.